Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Thursday night with your pal bunch of group people, J-Game Nights. And today we're going to be playing some tabletop games. We all have our own tables, respectfully apart, and we're going to play some D&D 5e. So, pop a seat and get a drink. Pop a seat. That's not a thing that people say to each other. But anyway, we're so happy you're with us. Just want to real quickly announce that we have lots of other games on the channel besides D&D 5e. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got Neon Souls with the Cypher system. And then we also have on Saturdays, alternating Saturdays. What's the system used for the Power Hearts?
Star Power.
Star Power.
It's called Overarms. The
Overarms.
System. Yeah.
So and then Overarms system for that, and then so lots of fun things going on all the time. But just follow us on Twitter, or obviously follow us here on Twitch. You can pop into our Discord, see everything that we got going on. But yeah, we're just pleased as punch that you're all with us. But before I go into anything that I'm going to do with the game, I did want to open up the floor real quick to see if anyone wanted to plug anything that they have going on.
I have a couple of things. Hello, I'm Savvy. My handle is below my face, as usual. I'm here a lot, but when I'm not here, you can come hang out with me on Sunday nights after Slaying 101 on twitch.tv/lbhackemup, where we're playing more Dungeons & Dragons, and on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Colonomicon, where we're playing Monster of the Week, and I'm having a complete nuclear meltdown. My character, not me. Maybe me. Who knows day to day, really. What's happening. I also wanted to point out while I have the talking stick, we're back trying captions again. So we're trying some new stuff. We've got a link and everything to Web Captioner that we'll put in the chat. So look at them and let us know if they work for you. We're still moving a lot of things around. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Anyone else?
I mean, we have merch now.
Feels like we have merch.
Oh, yeah, we do have a merch store now. I'm talking, so I guess you can click the link in the chat, go and buy merch on our store. We have some awesome shirts that Savannah and I bought a bunch of that we'll be showing off during our streams here in the future. We've got a Buy Fly and Ready to Die shirt. We have Roll for Smut. We
Need Sleep.
The last one? We Need Sleep.
And my personal favorite, Do It If You're Nasty.
Do It If You're Nasty, right.
We have shirts to say all those things. We also have logo t-shirts too, and tank tops.
And yeah, and hoodies and mugs and stuff, and all that was designed by Savannah. So you can buy it all in our store and help support us.
Wonderful. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for keeping us up to date with those amazing news items. But if that's going to be it, I say we just hop into a place in space where we are face to face with a race of robots. I lost the plot there. Oh yeah, we should do a recap because it's been a long time. Lord Almighty.
I thought that was the recap.
I'm buying every single one of you a We Need Sleep t-shirt.
I won't do a full recap. A good listener, basically all you need to know is that these four heroes are doing good things in the galaxy, and right now they are settling a dispute between capitalist a-holes and the laborer class. So, and they are meeting with a representative of that, the latter, known as Revelation. That's pretty much all you need to know. And it's in space. And they are in a spaceship floating through infinity. I don't have music. Do y'all have music? Okay, cool. It's just I updated my browser, but that's what happened. All right. So, did you all want to be in the ship, or did you want to actually scoot ahead?
Are we doing anything before we go to this meeting? Usually before we go do stuff, Rosh has to cast like 7 spells, but this feels a little different.
I mean, I can cast like 7 spells if you want me to, but I don't
Like
know.
a safety blanket.
Yeah.
Not to actually do anything.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll
a
just-
routine, a ritual, if you will.
Yeah, I'll just ritual cast the same spell over and over again. No, I can't think of anything I want to do right now. I could throw out some death wards, but I think we're cool.
All right. So, Vincent, taking the controls of the Arcturus, you guide the ship through space around the floating asteroids that kind of drift by. You gracefully wind the ship into a landing platform that lights up as you show up. Like these bright red lights begin to come boom, 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 and kind of reveal a place where you can land that was difficult to see before. You land the hydraulic legs of the Arcturus that I think you all did like a good fix up of the ship, I think, a while ago. And so I think in contrast to the very early parts of your journey where there's a lot of rough landings and clunking and crashing, you hear just a smooth hiss as hydraulics just settle down the ship gently upon the asteroid surface. There does not appear to be atmosphere or any false atmosphere or artificial atmosphere is what I'm looking for on the asteroid. So those of you who need air, you can get into your spacesuits. I think you all have those with the skin suits. Basically, just they go underneath your armor and can go over your face and mouth. And it's kind of like Star Wars a little bit, where like we're not worried about exposure too much. It's just a cursor. It's a thing over your face, and you're fine. But yeah, you as you walk out, there are so you kind of in the very there's not a lot of natural light out here. The sun is quite distant at this edge of the solar system. But there is there's a very pale, ghostly white from the distant sun, and then where you are also like the dull red of the lights that are surrounding the landing pad. You see kind of spindly shapes and silhouettes kind of moving their way through the kind of between you and the lights. That look mechanical and of different shapes. Not all humanoids. Some are like large, like spider mech sort of things. Some that just look like trash cans, kind of like roll by. There's a couple of intellectually or kind of license-free versions of like round robots that kind of roll by. But yeah, I'll say one greets you, I guess. And it's like, oh man, I don't remember what this sounds like.
A little auto-tuning.
It's a little auto-tuning. Okay, it does sound like a robot. All right. Well, hi, y'all. Welcome to my asteroid.
Gosh.
I know y'all are here to see old Revelation. How about you follow me? I'll take you in the compound.
All right, thank you.
Well, lead the way.
You have a very soothing voice.
Well, that's a relief to hear. Because I really don't know what I sound like. Don't have that. I know what I'm saying, but not what I sound like. So, they lead you, let me get away from that. I don't know what that is. I'm so curious what that sounds like. I think
It was
that's
really
what,
good. I like
Yeah, I
it.
like it.
It's just like a monotone auto tune.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a one note.
Okay.
A one note auto tune.
Monotune.
A
Okay,
monotune,
alright.
if you will.
Monotune, love it. All right.
Yeah.
So, this robot that we'll say is the license-free ball-shaped robot, kind of
yes.
like rolls down the gangplank, and then before too long, as you kind of pass by, once you get down into the asteroid, there is atmosphere, or there like artificial there are different. It's a little bit like an ant colony. There are different kind of caverns that have their own particular, let's say, blend of atmosphere. There's a lot of different sort of people besides the robots that you saw outside. Inside, there are a number of different people from different backgrounds here, and they all kind of nod as you pass. They don't. No one seems to be. I think that like they kind of regard you with a little bit of, not hesitation, not reverence. I'll just say scrutiny. They're just all attempting to maybe get a read on you all as you pass your way through, and eventually into a chamber that opens up where the image of Revelation that you have seen earlier, who is much smaller than they appeared on the vid screen back in the Concord's facility, maybe just a little over 4 feet. They kind of clunk over to you, and you're like, and they say, "Welcome to the aggregate. I am Revelation."
Greetings, Revelation. You clearly know who the rest of us are based on your previous hail to us. We thank you for agreeing to allow us to come and speak with you.
We have determined that the four of you are going to play a part in what happens next.
Now, is
How
that
so?
some kind?
We're not sure yet.
Great.
So this isn't some kind of, magical prophecy thing. This is more just deducing and figuring out that we're here to make something happen.
When we learned that the Concord had sent you here, we collected everything that we could. There isn't much out there, hidden in the ripples of the ArcNet. But there is a clear enough picture that we have found. You all have been in the center of many things of late. We know you were there during the events of Yuval. We also know that you have been
of particular note with the organization Ocelot.
Well,
I'm sure there are things that we don't know about you yet. But I see the possibility that what we both want might be in line enough.
certainly hope so, and that's part of why we wanted to come and speak with you. Since you clearly know so much about us and what we've done, what we're capable of doing, you should know, we were asked to come to this sector to stabilize it, I believe was the phrasing used. And, we were only given some shoddy information at first, and having seen, what we have now, well, clearly the High Council are a bunch of assholes who don't know how to run the sector, but they are also the ones in the entrenched power right now, so getting them out of their position is going to be a little trickier than how we might normally solve some problems.
Your assessment is correct. How would you solve this problem?
Well, best case, make a very compelling case for them that it's in their best interests to reevaluate how things happen in the system, give up most of their power, that is the better outcome for them than if things continue on as they are.
And how would you propose to do that?
Well, that is, I think, part of why we've come to get some more details. As we said, we are fairly fresh in the sector, and so still figuring out what's what, but so we need more data before we can act in a reliable manner.
What information would you need?
Well, we've sort of heard what some of your demands are, but we did hear them secondhand. It might be more useful for us to hear them from you. Specifically.
The aggregate requires the Necrosis High Council to leave this sector. To forego any claim or ownership that they might perceive they have here. They must go on their own, of their own will, or by force.
Well, that answers my question.
It was also mentioned in your when we spoke to others that you were demanding all the Necrosis leave, in addition to the Concord emissaries currently positioned here.
The Concord has enabled the Necrosis High Council to do what they've done. They cannot be trusted. We will not trust them.
and all of the Necrosi that are currently living on the planets that are not on the High Council. You would ask them to leave as well.
Those that do not claim to have ownership over this place, the means of production, or manufacturing sites, they can stay. But now, currently, they protect the High Council.
But if they accept you, and if they accept your demands and your position here, you'll allow them to stay in peace.
He thinks, or he pauses. I think there's like, while his figure stays kind of solitary, his kind of the apertures of his eyes kind of like whir, and there's motion and movement within its body.
We can have peace with those who are peaceful.
That seems fair. Our understanding was that you were asking them all to leave, despite their opinions on the matter. I think the only real obstacle here, based on our discussions, we've agreed that, as a group, that the way the High Council is handling situations here on the planet is
Appalling.
Appalling, unfair, unjust. So the only hurdle that I can see that we're going to have is asking the Concord to leave.
The Concord is weak. We believe a show of strength, and they will scurry out with the arrest.
You're familiar with what happened on Yuval. Are you familiar with our arrangements with the Concord currently to help rectify those events? Or the situation on Yuval? Because if we go into this with a show of force and force the Concord out, then we lose any allyship we have with them. If you can offer us a similar arrangement, then we can consider the matter.
We are somewhat familiar. However, we do not know the scope of your needs. However, the aggregate, if anything, believes in a collective effort. If you work with us, we work with you.
Should we, turning to the others, should we explain to them exactly what we need then?
At the very least in the high level terms. So I don't know. I imagine y'all don't have a very capable space military presence right now, but what we're seeking from the Concord to help rectify Yuval is basically a big fuck off military force to fight space horrors while we go in as a strike team to do what needs to be done to fix things.
We do not have a large standing military. However, the means to manufacture starfighters powered by drone pilots can be programmed. There are not many organic pilots that we can offer, however. The workers here do not have any sort of training in that regard.
Could you manufacture a inorganic fighting force? Nothing with the intelligence that that your people, but simple drones for a purpose of fighting these horrors, as we put it.
We can, and we have in the past.
This blight that has taken Yuval threatens all of us. So, if you can agree and keep your word that you can provide us with a force sizable enough to aid us in this matter, one on par or superior to what the Concord can offer, then I believe we can make an arrangement.
These terms are agreeable to us.
As far as I see it, this seems perhaps a better alternative anyway. Rather than sending drones in, rather than
More people to their
pilots.
deaths.
Yes.
If we can get out of this without fully pissing off the Concord, wouldn't say no to the extra help. But
That would
I
be
agree.
ideal. If we can convince the Concord to leave peacefully and retain our allyship with both parties, I believe that's to everyone's benefit.
I can't imagine they're going to pitch a giant tantrum considering we're going to save their universe.
They've been rather short-sighted in the past.
Well, on their heads be it then. I don't care who we get help from and I don't care who we piss off, but we need to be done with this.
I think my suggestion here would be similar. This might be a better test run for what we're planning in Yuval, but rather than staging some sort of full-scale assault against the Necrosis, a more precise attack against the Council itself might be necessary. If we take their command, then alive, then we can make the demands that they leave
Force them
from a
out.
position of power. That way innocents don't need to die in the process.
And if they fight back?
They will.
I can't imagine we can't take a council of doddering old fools.
I don't imagine they're called the Necrosis for no reason.
The Necrosis have also hired private military corporations to supplement their own forces. The PMC, known as the Pacifiers, arrived in this sector They have a capital ship that is orbiting the station, with a hangar bay with 2 squadrons of starfighters.
So,
Your plan to go in to the council itself is wise.
Can you make a large enough show to pull this force away? So that we can slip in. I'm assuming they'll have a private guard that will be positioned near them at all times, but if we're not dealing with a starfighter, then it'll
Worst
make it
case,
easier.
Champ and I can take care of them.
If we split our forces,
His voice changed.
lovely.
Very dramatically.
If we, what was I switched to?
What was I? Well, do you know?
Wasn't that one?
Wasn't that
Wasn't
one?
just
Oh,
I was on Dust Bunny.
okay.
And we split our forces, right? Hear me out.
Just rolls
Sorry.
back in.
if we split up our forces, one to engage the military-grade capital ship, the Mediator, and the Reaper-class starfighters, we still would need to enter in the building where the High Council is bunkered. We would also need a group to destroy the power generator that is charging a repulsor shield that would make access into the building problematic.
Is it nearby? The
It
generator.
is on the station. Further down the armature.
So then all we need is for you to create enough noise to give us enough time. Unplug the shields and get into the building.
This can be arranged.
to clarify, are we talking about this is our go-to plan, or is this for after we go, hopefully get a meeting with the High Council, we go, we talk with them, see if we can convince them, they'll probably tell us no, and then we go to this plan? Is that what we're leaning towards?
If we're in
Gwen
the
just
building
wants to
and
do
they
this
say
plan.
no, then we're already in front of them. There's no reason then we're already in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is assuming that at this point they're not going to let us back into the building peacefully.
Oh, shucks, I don't think they're going to let you back in. You can just trust me right now.
Dang
I'm
it.
going to have to agree with the small rolling drone.
So we're going with
You can call me roly-poly.
Excellent.
So we
We don't want to
going
kill
with the
anybody.
Return of the
just,
Jedi
just to be
plan.
clear.
blow up
We're not trying to kill
the
anybody.
shield generator. nuke
Ah,
the Death
yes.
Star.
Yeah, just on foot.
Do we have Ewoks?
We have roly poly.
I can get into a little furry costume if that helps.
Please no. I hate Ewoks.
I could be a little
You brought him
goofball.
It was a test. If he had said yes, then I would have left the call immediately.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I think we can handle that though.
Obviously, we're going to do our best not to kill anyone.
We always try our best.
But, and no offense, I'm not going to die for you. What's your name? Revelation.
We're obviously not going to damage or endanger any civilians, but if there's a fighting force that is there to defend the council, I don't imagine we're going to be able to talk them down. So,
Besides, we kind of have some bad blood with the pacifiers already. They've come for us on more than one occasion.
At least twice.
Those guys sounded familiar. I remember now.
Tony Jackie was here.
Those were the purifiers.
the purifiers.
Oh,
Okay.
Sound very
Close.
similar.
Very similar. Very similar.
okay.
I was
so
trying to
not
No,
get,
these
like,
are all
guys.
John Cena.
Right. I was trying to get what is it, like a troubling, obnoxious euphemism for like killing people across the sea, you know? Like, and so
that is,
that's
makes it worse.
Or like
That's
that
why-
one Vin Diesel movie.
right. That too.
That would be so good.
Wait, was it Vin Diesel or John Cena? I couldn't remember which one.
It was
the
Vin. It was
pacifier or
definitely
it was
Vin Diesel. I don't know.
Which
I
was
had
the one with
no
John
idea why you were
Cena?
talking about John Cena.
Because there was a very similar movie with John Cena in it.
John Cena.
There was a
I'm just
similar
gonna-
movie
Peacemaker?
with The Rock.
John Cena.
No.
No, that's not it at all.
See, in
That's
movies.
I think you're just making shit up.
You know what?
Let's
It was
let's
definitely
do it.
I
Vin
might
Diesel.
be. It was probably Vin Diesel.
No, it's
I'm gonna-
definitely
I'm
Vin
gonna-
Diesel. Because remember
In the
All right,
past,
so
yes.
the Pacifier 2005 film.
Yes.
the Peter
Just
Panda
one.
dance.
Yeah.
Also,
Come
also
on, guys,
that was
get it
Vin Diesel.
together. Come on. We are a cultured
John
bunch.
Cena is currently filming a TV series called Peacemaker,
Oh,
but that's
That
not
is
set to
obviously
for
what I was thinking of.
2022.
Obviously, well, we do know Val is John Cena's #1 fan.
Yes.
keeping up
The
with
wrestling
his work.
man.
So who is John? Who is Peacemaker? That's DC. Okay. What?
The wrestling. Okay.
Oh, this is okay. Got it. This is a Suicide Squad kind of spin-off
What
thing.
are you guys talking about?
We have
Hey,
lost
I don't know.
listen, I don't have
Stop
prep for
Googling
today.
stuff.
I have no prep for this game, so I'm totally fine. If we Google
We're gonna
things
sit talk
for a
about John
while.
Cena for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay, but we're gonna
okay.
say that all of these soldiers look like Vin Diesel, though. It's
Please.
a clone army, and they're all Vin
It'll
Diesel.
make it much
so-
harder for me to kill them.
Okay,
no.
I can't. All right, no. See, I can't.
Now
do
I'm
that. This is-
conflicted.
Now I want to do John Cena, the Peacemaker. This look, all the soldiers look like this. I will post it in chat. All right, let me get it. Get
Wait,
it.
which chat?
Wow, the Wildspace chat.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
what?
Why?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all look like that. Ah.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know how to describe this.
I mean, it's
It-
from the new
imagine,
Suicide
like,
Squad.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
just
watch
like
that.
very
I mean, the
60s.
trailer for the new
Like Captain
one.
Hammer's cousin.
It's like 60s, 70s style comics. Like it looks like Jack
Yes.
Kirby drew it, but I don't know that.
Very chrome helmet
Captain
that covers
Hammer's
the top
cousin.
half of the face. But it's like an offset photo, so he's just all something like, oh, and it has like some kind of food
It's a
bar in
cookie
his hand.
or
He
something.
looks like he's
Like that
eaten
sad
too many
Keanu
Cliff
Reeves.
Bars.
Yeah.
This is so good.
John Cena ate one too many Cliff Bars on Halloween. That's what we're looking at here. And now his
So-
tummy hurts.
I can't stop looking at these pictures. They're so goofy,
So,
which I love.
are we doing this
I would-
plan? Is this the plan we're
Sure.
doing?
We're gonna go fight these guys.
I like this plan.
Yes.
Easy plan.
All right.
Smash generator. Go in.
Is there some sort of
Take over.
time frame until they get the generator back up and running, or should we just destroy it completely? Is there a backup system or something?
I figured we would just break something very important.
There are backup systems. However, the time it takes to come online should give you enough time to ingress within the building itself.
Right. And I did make the comment, and Gwen pointed out that the Necrosis High Council, do you know if they are these a council of liches or something that we should be prepared for?
Yes.
Let me pull those up.
Oh god, why did I say this?
You spoke
There
this
weren't
into the
liches
universe.
until
This moment.
So, there's so many different kind of liches.
Oh god.
Well,
You've got your CEO lich, your CFO lich, your COO
Yeah.
oh
lich.
gosh.
I think these are all senator liches. I'm just picturing. Well, never mind. I won't get into that. But I think they all kind of like turtle liches. If you know what I mean?
Yep, I was gonna ask if that's who you were referencing.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So, hope you're ready for that.
Please don't.
Can anybody be ready for that?
So. Oh. Well. All right, never mind. I'll work on that on the break.
It's your homework.
All right. Should we come up with a time to make our approach? Give us enough time to prepare.
Oh, heck, y'all can do what you want. I'm just here, you know. I'm sure whatever you need, you'll get around to it.
Yes. Do we try and be optimistic a little bit and see if, at least hear that our request to meet with them has been denied, or maybe they will let us in and we can bypass all this other stuff?
We could wait till
We can-
tonight.
Maybe give it 24 hours. So, is there a way that we can contact you to let you know that we're ready? That might just make this easier, rather than putting on some sort of clock.
Of course. This is my Snapchat QR code.
Oh great, I'll add you.
He holds his
That's why
phone
do you
up.
have Snapchat?
Oh, everyone does.
Is probably
You should
one
follow
of the
me on
more
Instagram.
secure communication methods due to its ephemeral nature.
I should get Snapchat.
I just think the filters are a lot of fun.
So, we'll prepare. Give the Necrosis a little bit of time to get back to us. And we'll contact you. Either way.
We anticipate your correspondence. Yeah, we do. Thanks, y'all. If y'all need help out finding your way back out.
No, thank you.
No, you remember the way? Okay. Well, thanks y'all for visiting my rock. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your hospitality.
It was just a ball having you.
Can we go, please?
Yes, let's go prepare.
Excellent. So, you all leave the sanctum, making your way back to the ship, or there's a bar here. I'm just kidding. I mean, there is. It's called Party Rock.
Well, we haven't been to a bar in a while.
Or
I think the last one we went to blew up.
no. Party on the Rocks is the name of the bar. Party on the Rocks. That's what it is.
That's good. The last time we were at a bar was with
Called
yeah,
Thirst.
When
Was
the
with
purifiers
Jackie.
attacked.
Yes.
and the purifier's busted
Right.
in the wall. Well, let's go see if that
Back
happens
at
again.
Rosh's place.
What are the odds of that happening again?
It depends on someone says something
Around
like
us.
ironic enough, and then it's like, yeah, it seems good idea.
Excessively high. Let's have a
The
drink.
more you put a pole on it, flagpole, hang a flag on it, lantern. My God,
Words.
You got there.
hang a lantern on it. Yeah. Anyway, so you
Why
go
you put
to
a lantern on a flagpole.
You put a lantern, little lantern poles. So you go to party on the Rocks. which is a literal hole in the wall. Gosh, these just really just kind of write themselves, I guess. There's only a few people there. It's not much of a place. It is a little bit like, it is a bit on par with just like one of your rich friends' mini bar. Like they're just like, they do have just a little bit of everything, but it's like roughly the size of like a, end table. There is a bartender there, who is basically a animatronic like soda dispenser, like kind of, and then will out their nozzle will fill your drink with whatever you need. I'm just going to absolutely yeeteth a sound. I don't know what this will sound like.
Oh dear.
We'll guess.
Hi. No. I didn't hear this. Terrible.
It's
Is
so
this better?
slower. Oh dear.
So much.
Oh gosh, no.
I love this one.
Okay.
It's like that time he gave Kitty a sexy voice.
I know. This is a ridiculous voice for a little drink dispenser. Also,
Wow.
super echoey in this bar.
It's just all of the speakers around the bar, just like.
It's
Oh,
very
he's hooked up to the sound system because he's bored.
Yeah. So everyone gets to hear your conversation with the.
Bartender's in doing
Dispenser.
karaoke.
Welcome to Party on the Rocks. I'm your bartender this evening, Steven. What can I get for you?
Oh dear.
I've forgotten.
Well, we're here to party! So, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some shots for everybody. Alright!
Is he making the sound effects?
Yeah, but he doesn't have any hands either.
He doesn't have any hands either.
I'm just picturing like a nozzle. Yeah, no. No. This is
The
my
like
life.
the undertone that's like there's this weird like demon sound effect that goes underneath all of this that makes it so much
This voice is called La Soul.
Wow.
I love it.
I haven't seen you on this rock so far. Are you with the aggregate? Or just visiting?
Just visiting.
Yes. Visiting.
I guess you could say we're the allies of the aggregate.
Oh, well, welcome to the party.
Great, let's just walk around the planet and tell everyone what we're here to do.
I assume they're all part of it anyway. This is like a... Fair enough. Let's find a quiet portion of the bar to drink at.
Alright. Well, there's plenty of tables and chairs. If you want to just use the rocks.
Alright. This is why we
There's
don't go to
plenty
the bar
of
that
tables and
often.
chairs as long as you ignore the fact that there are neither tables nor chairs and are capable of using rocks instead. I think you also see Steven watching forlornly as his cord doesn't extend that far. It's like,
Just let me know if you need a refill and bring that glass right over here.
To use the same glass.
Just...
I'll be sure to clean them. It's a different mouth.
sorry, that was okay. So that one was for me. That one was just for me. All right, I'll stop.
You know, I'm glad you can treat yourself at moments like this. You know,
Yes.
you gotta make those jokes for yourself.
Yes.
So what were we doing again?
I'm going to get very drunk.
All right. Should we plan what we're doing tomorrow then, before we get very drunk?
Yeah, so, I was gonna ask, I didn't want to ask in front of the Mr. Revelation. What is a lich? And was that just like a joke, or is that like an actual thing?
Very
No,
powerful
that's an
undead
actual-
creature.
Yes.
Lots of magic.
Yes.
Very nasty.
The good news is I do have an idea for the generator.
I was really hoping you were going to say the Liches.
No, I've got nothing for that. Well, I have my usual.
And I have
that.
something for that.
We could just destroy the building that the generator is powered from. I could cause an earthquake and just bring the
Oh.
building down.
Do that now.
I can. Sort of a big lot of energy, but it's a very long spell. I'm not going to read it all right now, but it does a lot of damage to structures.
I suppose it depends on how big this generator is.
I was assuming that it was probably housed in some sort of secure facility.
If it's supposed to protect like a whole other building, it's probably
Fair enough.
Right.
large.
How far
So
away
I
can you do
just-
that from?
I can do it from 500 feet away.
Alright.
Covers a 100-foot radius.
So we could be ready to go then. I imagine it doesn't take very long.
Okay, so I'll just say this out of character. So it lasts for a minute, and it does 50 bludgeoning damage to any structure within the radius at the start of every round.
Oh, dang.
So 500
That's
damage,
instantaneous
I
though,
think.
right? You can it's just action to cast.
As far as me casting it, yeah, I just one action to cast, and then just got to concentrate. So I could cast
just
it,
cast it and then
and then
run
we could
away.
just start running. We could just start running. I could maintain concentration.
That's
on
what
it.
I was going for.
Yeah. I don't have to just like stand out in front of the building like a sitting
is a-
duck.
Good idea, because I feel like it would be hard to make the sort of jump between, hey, there's the earthquake is shaking and it's those people's fault.
Right.
Also true.
It could appear to be some sort of destabilization of the ground that the generator's on, and causes enough panic that emergency personnel, things like that, will move to the area. We destroy the power that's leading into the force field, draws even more eyes away from the thing we're trying to actually get to.
Go into the building, take control.
Mhm.
How many are on the Necrosis High Council?
How many liches can we fight?
One.
One lich is a deadly fight for us.
So
One
Ryan
lich
would
is
throw
deadly?
three at us.
Okay.
I'm looking to see if it was mentioned or if I have it in my notes from last time, but I don't think we put a specific number.
Yeah, I don't think I asked last time.
Still have some effect going.
You still have the voice
Yeah.
mod on. So it was just some very angry sounding typing.
Keyboard is possessed.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I know the button to clear that off, and I just was like spacing out on it. Sorry. Anyway, the number on the High Council.
Yeah, I
I
can't
don't know.
remember if there was a number ever said.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll find
I
out.
don't think
We
we
can,
ever.
we can ask Alexa.
All right.
Is it on Wikipedia?
I mean, it might be
That's,
on publicly available ArcNet information. You know, the High Council of the Necrosis.
The Necrosis Senate has an odd number of senators.
Alexa, you're right.
Alex has been partying with Steven too much.
Alexa, are you drunk?
Maybe.
You're still on the clock.
Oh, I know. 3.
I knew
It's a
it.
small Senate.
Oh dang. Alright.
Is everyone on this planet okay?
No. 3. It's a small Senate.
Alright.
Great. 3 of them. 4 of us. We're going to take Ned with us.
Probably if we are. Probably if we're expecting a tussle.
If we take Ned with us, then they'll probably add a 4th member to the council.
Duly elected member.
I can't do that. I find it irresponsible when
They might
councils that vote on things are even numbered.
They might pack the Senate if it does seem like you bring Ned along. there is a legislative course to make that happen.
Secondary senators will get called in.
State senators, they come.
Or we can leave him with the ship.
I don't know. I'm in favor of bringing him with us, but I just in case, either to just hold the doors to keep the guard from, just for the extra muscle, you know.
Certainly.
If anyone asks, we just say, you know, he's carrying legal documents inside his chassis.
Right. I mean, I think by the time we get through the doors, it's going to be pretty clear why we're there. And then we do our we barge in, bar the doors, offer them our terms, and if it looks like they're going to fight, then we fight them, don't kill them, offer them the terms again.
Well, if they are liches, then killing them is only temporary anyway.
That's true. Well, I can prepare methods of warding ourselves against
Inevitable
necromancy
death and possible undeath.
Yes, those things.
Yeah, the whole Lich thing really makes term limits kind of, really wish we had done that here.
Stephen, are you eavesdropping?
I'm not dropping no eaves, Frodo.
Stupid.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know.
All right.
Can I get drunk now? I hate it here.
I mean, I think we have as solid a plan as any,
They're
unless
British.
anyone has anything else to offer. I'll burn my big magic to destroy the generator, and then we charge in. Everybody be ready for a tussle.
Sounds good to me.
Oh boy.
So I will say, you know, if we can't keep up the ruse, I will just remind you all I have a passive deception of 25. And
What
it's
was
just
that?
playing with unpleasant sound effects.
Oh,
now.
that was coming through for y'all. Oh, that's
Yeah.
frustrating. I don't know what happened.
It was
I
one of
heard
like the
it.
background
Neither do
sound
we.
effects. And
I
voice
think
mod.
so. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I thought yeah. Anyway, I even had it turned off where I shouldn't have been able to hear myself, but it was still doing it. So sorry about that.
Sorry.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Well, yes, no, I think we
okay.
should keep up the ruse as long as possible, but it is going to get to a point where they realize what's happening, especially if they've declined to see us.
And they probably already know that we've gone to see the aggregate.
Yes.
So, yes, no, I believe we'll let you take point then, Vincent. See if we can talk our way in. And then obviously in making our demands when we do get inside.
But when things inevitably go wrong, just be ready to start blasting.
Like the sound of that.
I don't blast.
Slashing. Blasting. Casting. Alright.
Those are the three.
First one
Alright.
was a slant rhyme, and I'm not really proud of that. Drinks?
Please.
Cheers. So,
Freeze frame.
the four of you, stand around and party on the rocks for a bit, and it just kind of, I don't know, Champ. What do you do? Do you is there can you ingest things? I know that you raw you can if you want to. I'm just saying, like, what are your choices?
I have not thought about this thing. I'm gonna say no. So, but like, does like Aga
Okay, so
went
there
on a little
are.
bit.
I will say it's likely that there's something recreational for robo people
Yes.
for sure.
It's
What
probably not,
what
yeah,
is
it's probably
that,
not
Champ?
drunken. Ooh, it's more like injected into sort of the
Oh, that escalated in a way that I didn't expect. I was
well, they don't.
like, do you like just kind of like chew on a battery maybe, or
I was thinking like a virus or something like that.
or
Very
some
short
like
term.
Ooh.
oh yeah, like a short-term virus. Just kind of.
No, I'm like thinking like something that like goes into sort of maybe sort of like the like internal systems and kind of like messes with things. So kind of like
You defrag.
yeah, or like messes with like the heating or cooling, or kind of just like like throws things off. So
Okay. What
So,
what is
it's
that
not like
called?
drinking alcohol, but what is that called? Huh?
Thermo tweaking.
I don't know. I'm not gonna come up with things on the spot.
I mean, now I'm just imagining a bunch of robots, so like the thermostat, they're like, yeah. I'm relaxed and also feel sociable.
Yep. It's just a little bit warm. Yeah, I got nothing name-wise.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, there are alternatives. That
Cool.
doesn't have to be drunk.
All right. So, Champs is like just therming their mind. And it's really embarrassing for the three of you.
Yeah, because probably there's not a lot of access to it. So like at this place where there is some, I was like, sweet.
Okay. All right. We'll skip forward. You return to the Arcturus. What do you want to disembark and head over back to the space station? Is there anything that you want to do still on the ship, or I'm sorry, on the asteroid before you head back?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Cool. So, I'll give 2 more seconds.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because we did have Ned on the ship with us. Would we have brought him along with the to the robo people, or is that gonna get existentially weird? Because he is very much not a sapient being.
I will say, for the sake of you all, I am not gonna do the Ned voice right now because I feel like I'm wearing it out just a little bit. And we'll say Ned kind of came along and was just, if you want, and just did not have like any sort of like crisis of identity or anything, just followed you where you went, and yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, all I can think of is getting back to the ship and then resting to prepare spells and stuff and get ready for the next day.
Cool.
And I'm assuming at some point, just on the off chance that somebody checks the feeds to see whether we've been approved to meet with the Necrosis Council.
Because everyone in the Necrosis sector uses Snapchat, your entreaties are still left unread.
That's what I figured.
Or not left unread. The opposite of that. Or whatever. Whichever one means more. I don't use it enough. Is left unread worse than, like, unread?
Left unread would mean they saw it and then haven't responded to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Left on red is worse.
Okay. I think your original one...
Right on green, though.
Yeah, you can't turn left on red. That's very dangerous.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I think there were like multiple like requests. The first one was left unread. Subsequent ones are remaining unread. So they're not even like looking at them anymore, I think.
Great.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So plan B.
Great.
Right. I have a million spells to look through, so that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next 5 minutes. Somebody
Cool.
else talk.
Can someone talk for 5 minutes? Do you want me to talk for 5 minutes?
That-
I don't think you all
please
want
don't.
me to talk for 5 minutes.
Please don't throw that
We let
gauntlet
N-
down.
Can we let Ned talk for the next 5 minutes?
Ned, I mean, yes. Do y'all want that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Not really.
yeah.
I want to do the plan.
So,
I want to talk to Steven
yeah.
some more.
Steven might be my favorite thing that I've ever, like, yeah, that one was just for me.
Can't help but picture Steven with he's got his like little nozzle, but he's also got two little eyes on there, almost like those worms.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing the lamp. I'm picturing the lamp from the toaster, Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
The lamp?
picturing the
Okay.
lamp, but as a nozzle.
Look at his eyes.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Everybody look
Oh.
up the lamp from Brave Little Toaster.
Wow.
That's 100% what I've been picturing in my head.
Yep. Okay. Cool. We're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
Eyes.
We know what's going on.
But then it's a not. So okay.
But it's a nozzle. So it's a little more seahorsey.
Ah. Cute.
If that makes sense.
That's gross.
So basically, right now, I'm running out the clock until break, or we can talk about spells that we're preparing. We're gonna go on break. We can go on now, or we can wait like 4 minutes while we're preparing and then take a break then.
I'm fine with going ahead and doing our break because nobody needs to sit here for that time and watch me gape at my spell sheet.
Okay, because I can talk about the Brave Little Toaster for the next.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have enough.
You sure you don't need those extra 4 minutes to like balance this Lich fight we're going?
3 liches, what's the problem?
Balance? No.
Ah, got it.
Drag and drop, and then read the sheet so now I know what they do. You got it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna put you like. I think 2, 3, CR 21.
That's what they are. 21.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a little spicy,
Does-
and I'll probably like look at it and do it in a way that is maybe not necessarily easier, but like less complicated for me. Like, they do less things, probably. That is what I'm going to spend the next whatever time looking at. But yeah, so we can go ahead and take a break now. Yeah. So, a deadly encounter is for, I'm saying, a party of. There's 4 of you. I'm out, including Ned.
And this is level 17, even actually he's like considered a level 20 character. Technically.
Dang.
Did you?
So for
I can't tell if
that,
you just changed the voice mod on purpose or if that you were hitting a number and you accidentally.
So I think we should take a break now.
Oh, no,
should
no,
probably
I
take a
did not
break
mean
now.
to do that. Yeah, I was using the numpad. I bound my numpad to voices, so I was typing in things. I'm sorry.
So we could have heard just a whole array of voices had we not said anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really not. It's probably really a bad sign that I don't put it. I don't hear it so I can hear myself, because I can't. But I inflict the 4 of you and everyone watching on this with like no remorse. That's not great. All right, that's enough. We've killed enough time. We'll go on break and we'll come back in probably over 10 minutes, but we're shooting for 10 minutes. That is, or 5. What is our break? Normally 5? 10. It is 10. It's normally 10. We'll see how that goes. So see you
20.
eventually. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to our little fireside chat of playing Dungeons and Dragons Edition the 5th. We really do appreciate you spending your time with us, but we don't have time to dilly-dally right now. We're about to go adventuring. The party has left Party on the Rocks to return to their ship and has blasted off into space. Just blasted right off that rock and is heading right back to the space station. And as they go, I think, I guess you all kind of are lying low and orbiting for like, and taking some sleepy pies to reset spells. So maybe just like in a very deep orbit, just away from the center of the solar system. I think there are some moments where, Vyncent, you can see blips come up on the radar as the Reaper class starfighters of the Pacifiers PMC begin to kind of scour the area, looking for where the aggregate is hiding out. You see like some flashes of light as they do kind of indiscriminately bomb certain areas of the asteroid belt, which anger is a large space slug, of course. However, in time, Rosh seems to be prepared, and you all are ready to do what's next. And that is...
overthrow the ruling oligarchy.
time to overthrow the ruling oligarchy, so let's go. Vyncent, you is there any sort of approach that you want to take to get back to the space station?
And we could have discussed this before, but so I'm assuming we would want to take just like a normal, like, hey, we're coming back to the space station and making a normal approach, or are we expecting that, you know, if we do that, they'll show up with guards and be like, no, you're not allowed here anymore. You can't sit with us. Go away.
Sit with us. Did we tell people we were specifically going to go talk to the aggregate, or did we just fly away?
Only the ambassador.
Okay. So then maybe it'll be fine. Do we tell people that we saw other people, other than the ambassador, that we actually like found and interacted with the aggregate? Or we just like, nope, we couldn't find them.
Yeah, I think we just
Is
make
that a
our
lie
normal.
we're trying or no?
I think we just make our normal approach and just because if we go flying into a residential area with our ship, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So you kind of return to that landing pad that was assigned to you on the Concord embassy, and where once again there's a small, a couple people as a kind of greet you as you arrive back. Neither of them ask you questions. They're just guards. They just there's a attaché who kind of offers like, is there anything I can do for you while you're here? Do you need any accommodations, or are you just going to explore the city?
We're just going to go and do some exploration today, thank you.
All right. Well, there's a lot of lovely sights here. If there's anything, I guess I'm a concierge now, and so I can certainly call a cab for you if that would be helpful.
I assume where we need to go, it would be quite the hike.
It is quite a hike, but there are a few scenic routes that you can take. What I like to do on Saturdays is get up real early in the morning and go on to the... We said no tangents. We said no tangents. I am sorry.
Well, now we all get a level because Ryan lost first.
All right. Okay. So, you are you just trying to get as close to the generator as you can, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there is you do find a eventual limit to what you get. There is a restricted area on this this vast armature that the council's kind of forum is held, and there is the generator that you can. It's further down the armature, like several what would be blocks if they were accessible to you. But yeah, there's as you get close, you do. There's like these large kind of laser fence walls that are kind of like they have laser fencing at the top, but they're like tall walls. There are a few whirring security cameras that kind of go looking back and forth. You're scooted back a little bit, just observing this, and you do hear the distant clunking of mech walkers as they kind of patrol the area within the walls. So, what do you do?
How the building itself, or this compound, how large is it, and can we basically guess where the crucial point of this generator would be, where the main housing for it is?
There is a kind of notable structure that looks like half a barrel, kind of tube shape that is on its side that is goes about the length of a football field, and as far as particular weak points on it, and there's nothing that you can see there specifically. I mean, you do see a few large conduits that are running through it that are I'm trying to think of that are as thick as an elephant around, kind of running in and out of the generator.
And can we see are there pylons, big cables and stuff leading out where it's feeding out from, or is all that underground?
It does seem to be underground.
Okay. Well, we can try my plan, and I can pick a point and It'll cover a fairly substantial area, see how much destruction we can cause, and if that'll bring down enough of the facility to get our point across.
Is there anything you need from us in order to do this magic?
No, we just need to get out of here quickly once it starts.
Alright. Good luck.
Are we ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I guess, check the spell again. Point on the ground I can see within range. I'll just pop this in the chat.
Okay.
It's a very truncated spell.
Okay. So, to get close enough to be within range, within sight, I don't think you necessarily have to go inside the facility, but you would need to be basically on the wall to be that close and to see it. You can either like create a hole in the wall so you can look and see it, or you need to get on top of the wall or something. Does that make sense?
If we wanted to do a hit and run of this, I can just fly you up there. Though it's going to be fairly obvious that it's that we're responsible at that point.
Yeah, I'm guessing there are no like buildings or anything nearby that we could go into or get on top of that would be close enough to the wall.
No, there's a bit of a distance, like an intentional distance between other structures and so these are other structures. This is wall. This is generator. So and this is like a thoroughfare a little bit. Think kind of cars going back and forth.
Like a front gate?
There is a gate. There's not a gate. Well, actually, no, there probably is a service gate for like large kind of freight to come in and out along this wall. So you could fly over the top, like Vyncent could fly you over the top. You could also try to find some these cargo trucks or transports that are going in and out, like in one of the walls, and try to sneak on one of those. Maybe there's ways to go underneath in some sort of systems. If there's probably also magic that can make you appear over here. Yeah, so just kind of however you want to crack this particular nut.
How tall is the wall?
I can get over, but that doesn't really help with the rest of us.
Right.
Let's see. Looking at... Sorry. It's about 45 feet tall.
Oh, okay, so that's very tall. I guess either if we get close enough to the wall or decide where there isn't as much security, and either Gwen climbs up and pulls me up so I can at least see over, or Vyncent flies me up just high enough so I can see over the wall.
I just remind everybody that I can spider climb for free, so.
Oh.
I
guess I
have
could
my
just
wings.
I could ride on.
It's a little more conspicuous.
Well, which one of you can carry me the easiest?
Gwen, 100%.
So,
And what
Gwen,
if we
sort of-
like knocked on the front door and told them we thought maybe there's something was gonna go down? Maybe they'll let us in. And then
The old "we're here to repair your generator" trick.
yeah, you know.
I mean, maybe I could pull that off, but so is the High Council's building, is that in this compound or is it somewhere else entirely?
It's in the compound, but it's a bit of
Oh, okay.
would be city blocks distance away, like a couple city blocks away.
Okay, but so we do basically need to get on the other side of the wall anyway.
That's fair.
Well,
We could
On
not
the-
tell them we're tired of waiting and that we want to meet with them. Let's try to do this still diplomatically. Sort of.
I think the best bet is probably going to be just to let me peek over the wall and then get the spell started. Less chance of something going wrong and having to fight people.
what if
That
I
I can
go?
facilitate.
I go to the front gate. I try and talk my way past, or at the very least, serve as a distraction, so that you can climb the wall and cast your spell, and we go from there.
Sure, that works too.
Now,
Yeah, excellent.
Champ, if you come with me, I might say, you are a representative of the aggregate who wishes to come and parlay with the High Council.
Alright. Like that.
And if things get messy, I'll just go
I'll be there
ghost
to help
and
you out.
go through.
Alright. 2 teams. Split up.
Oh, I didn't. Just before we get started with all this, I'm gonna do a death ward on Vyncent,
Cool.
and I'm gonna do an aid at 5th level on everyone but me.
How many heaps?
5 times, let's see. It's 5 for each level, so 5, 10, 15, 20 additional heaps for.
Are those temporary?
It raises your maximum.
Ah, okay.
Where's Ned going? Is he
You should
going
probably
with
come with me
Vincent
as
and
well,
Champ?
and I'll be like,
Ooh.
I've got representatives from the aggregate
Yeah.
here.
I'm not carrying that fool over the wall.
Alright, yeah. So, me and Ned.
No, I'm doing a death ward on myself as well, just in case.
Cool. What does Death Ward do?
When you drop to first time you drop to 0 hit points, instead you stay at 1.
Aw. Just kidding.
One ticket.
Cool.
Or any effect that would kill you instantly
Right.
is negated.
Well, that is handy. That's very handy. Very cool. All right, cool. So, who do we want to start with? I think so. We can start with the Vincent crew, because I think it's relatively straightforward for Gwen and Rosh. I think there's just going to be a stealth check for you to approach the wall, and getting up. It will be whoever of you has the highest one, but it will be at disadvantage, just because there's a lifting process, and yeah. So I'm imagining Gwen has the higher stealth of the two of you.
Probably.
Gwen would roll at disadvantage, but we would go with just that roll for the both of you. Does that sound
That
fair?
also works. That works. I do have a spell called Foretell Distraction.
Okay.
What is that? What?
It's a first level spell. Thanks to your foreknowledge, you know exactly when your foe will take his or her eyes off you. Casting the spell has the same effect as making a successful dexterity stealth check, provided cover or concealment is available within 10 feet of you. It doesn't matter whether enemies can see you. When you cast a spell, they glance away at just the right moment. You can move 10 feet as part of the casting of the spell, provided you're able to move, blah, blah, blah.
That's so cool.
This
Wait,
is from the deep magic.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
feet part seems a little very specific, but
It's you get 10 feet in addition to your normal movement.
Okay, and that
And
lasts for how long?
It's a bonus action. It's instantaneous, so I guess it would be like 1 round. So you could dash and move your normal speed.
Okay, well then I'll just like say that. Wait, provided coverage is available within 10 feet.
So you have to be behind cover. You cast the spell. You have to have cover within 10 feet. You cast the spell. It counts as a stealth check, and then you can move to another place with cover. Is essentially the.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, I will say that gives. So we give you, it gives advantage, or no, it gives the same effect as make a successful. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so okay, it just happens. Never mind.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't. It doesn't say anything about using it with like another creature, but I don't.
Yeah, I think in this case, I mean, you can communicate with Gwen when the guard who happens to be there is looking away, or the security cameras kind of like swivel in the opposite direction. Does this like cause it to happen, or is it just like reading like basically probability future and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean it's essentially like foretelling, or it's a little bit of divination.
It's like, well, it's kind of like foretelling a distraction, I guess is what I would say it kind of is.
Yeah, it's
more so than what you said. Kind of like what it says. Is what I was thinking it was doing.
I was trying not to make it sound bad. That's
well, there's no way. I was in too deep already. Okay, great. So with kind of Rosh communicating with you, Gwen, you make your way like threading your way in between a few like kind of speeding by cars through the traffic. Kind of jumping over these cabs that just come. Just imagine a lot of traffic coming from like right in between you and the wall. You can kind of like frogger your way across, and then make your way to the wall in a blind spot of the cameras. And then Gwen, you begin to climb up the wall with Rosh. You're either holding Rosh or Rosh is holding onto you. If you have a preference there, either way, you make it up to the wall, and Rosh, you see. In the distance, the power generator. We'll come back to you all when you actually cast the spell. We'll say Vyncent, Champ, and Ned. You approach a different kind of like a way station that kind of is looking at different cargo transports that are lining up to get vetted and go inside the facility, but there's a few armored individuals who are like guards who are checking things. On a couple of them, you see like there's ones that have the Necrosis colors. They have like this kind of like golden fuchsia thing going on, but there are others that have much more kind of a utilitarian kind of military garb, who you assume are the pacifier kind of contingent that are also like backing up these forces with seem to be armed with some kind of magnetic rifles and seem to have bad attitudes. So take it away.
As they are approaching, Vincent will say to Champ and Ned, just walk with confidence. If we're lucky, we'll be able to just walk right in. We're not going to be that lucky, but we should at least approach with confidence and wait for them to stop us.
All right.
So gonna go for what seems like, the place for just people to go through, but, act like you're supposed to be there.
I am approaching with confidence.
Good one then.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I'm here with the delegates from the aggregate to speak with the High Council. You were told we were coming, right?
Mentioning the aggregate, immediately the kind of Necrosis guard kind of tenses up a little bit and shoots a glance at the pacifiers, and they kind of flank the Necrosis guard on either side. And he's like, no.
Right. I guess
sorry.
this was rather sudden, but I assure you, we need to go in and meet with the council. They're expecting us. This is a sudden development, and we need to get in there before the chance for peace talks deteriorates.
Okay. All right. Why are you at the freight entrance?
Because this is the entrance I was told to go. It seems like the most direct path to get to the High Council. Did they give me the wrong directions because they want to make me look bad?
I don't know. This is absolutely not the most direct path. There's a front gate. It's like oh god, I don't even know what to say. Can like the you see? Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and Tides of Chaos that.
Oh.
That's much better. That becomes a dirty 20.
All right.
Plus a 5.
So there is a kind of, you feel like this kind of surge and tingle as kind of your magic kind of like flares a little bit within you, and you pick up a radio frequency almost that you can feel it vibrating inside you as you the pacifiers have these subvocal mics that they're using, but you hear that one of them is calling for backup to come at the southern entrance, and the Necrosis guard is like visibly a little shaken. I mean, Ned's huge. I mean, would be freaked out enough as it was with just Champ, who is also equally imposing with and a dashing figure, shall I say. Sir, if you can just please wait here, I will call my superior. We will I figure out what's going on here.
On your head be it that the council doesn't get to meet with their very important delegates.
This is, I guess that sounds like an intimidation check.
I was hoping for more, just all of this to be deception, but I can also roll intimidation.
Swing that.
I think in this case it is kind of true.
All right. It's a 19 intimidation.
Okay. He absolutely pauses and kind of he's already very nervous and very freaked out. He kind of looks a little bit kind of like helplessly at the pacifier guards who are with him, and they just shake their heads, and like one of them like steps forward and is like, y'all are just gonna have to wait right here. We'll take care of this situation shortly. We appreciate your patience.
You're hired by the High Council. You think you're immune from their displeasure if we don't get to make our meeting on time?
I have my orders. I'm sure you have yours, but you can appreciate that I have my own directive.
You can escort us there, but we need to be moving and walking and getting there.
I appreciate that, but we were going to need you to wait right here, sir.
I think at this point, I'm gonna kind of,
and
throw hands up in dismay, but is waiting to see if and when the earthquake pops off.
Yeah, the Necrosis guard, who is thoroughly intimidated and is like, but is caught between 3 different rocks right now of terror, and is kind of stuck. Doesn't really know what to do. Okay, so Rosh, do you want to bring the house down?
Yes, that's
All
all
right.
I've ever wanted. Yeah, so I assume I was debating whether Rosh was clinging on to Gwen, but Rosh's strength is abysmal, so Gwen is definitely carrying Rosh.
Or maybe do you have like a carabiner?
Yeah. Reaches the top and looks through and says, "All right, are you ready for this?"
As I'll ever be.
I hope this works. And as close to the building as possible, like whatever point looks relatively structurally important, probably like near the center of this like cylindrical building on the side, will begin the earthquake.
All right. There is a low rumbling vibration that followed by kind of like a chattering of metal as it clatters against itself. There you can see as the metal grating begins to warp and buckle in this massive area around the power grid or the power station. And the shaking kind of erupts further and further, and like as these stabilizing struts begin to like pull themselves free from and unmoored, and the power station begins to kind of crumble and falls over and kind of almost like imploding a bit. And there's like as it begins to the structure underneath begins to crack and separate, and then some of the as it struggles to adapt to the changing pressure, as some space underneath the space station that has not been kind of pressurized and atmospherically kind of doctored begins to like just shred the generator from underneath and like pulling parts out. There's a brief decompression where everything kind of floods down. You'd see some kind of large mech walkers begin to like lose their footing, and one falls. Most of them stay up, but like one kind of noticeably kind of falls over the crash. And there's you see like just arcs of electricity begin to like lance out from the facility, and then with kind of a loud pop, 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 pop as it kind of goes across the grid. Lights begin to go out. The laser, the laser wiring at the top of the wall just goes out. It's in those moments like when you're like kind of power goes out of your house and you realize just like how noisy everything is, and you're just like and there's just a tremendous amount of like not silence, but it just gets like much quieter. But you do hear some like cries in the distance of like people kind of like in consternation over what's unfolding. The mech walkers are still operational. They have their own power systems. But as far as you can see, everything on this grid has shut down. Back to Vyncent, Champ, and Ned. The lights just kind of go down with a hum. The everyone flinches. The 2 pacifiers kind of like pull up their Gauss rifles a little bit more at action ready, and there's a moment of kind of shock and indecision as they all are not sure what to do next. Is there anything that either of you want to do?
Shouldn't y'all go check that out?
They both levy their rifles at the 3 of you, and like one of them like is like, once again, I think you're just kind of clued in this frequency where this subfocal frequency now through use of your magic, your chaotic magic, you hear it's like, send backup right now. and they, the two of them back up to try to get a little bit of space, because they were within the reach of Ned. They don't want to be that close, and the Necrosis guard just kind of like back, also gives a lot of space in backing up. There was like a kind of like a grav clamp, or like kind of like a magnet clamp, that they were going to kind of like trap you, but now the power is down and they can't do that right now. And so what had given them a sense of a little bit of safety does not exist anymore, so they're a bit more panicky right now.
Listen, we're harmless. We'll wait right here until you go sort that out. But that seems much more pressing than, babysitting us.
Do I look like an electrician?
No, but you certainly seem more useful taking care of that. I mean, who knows what? Maybe it was an explosion. Maybe someone's hurt.
And as you say that there are kind of there are like calls coming in about an explosion, and let's see. I think one of them just says like, they need us. They're gonna call.
Kind of looks at Vincent. I don't think this is working. And I would like to cast Shatter on them.
Okay.
They stepped away from us.
That's true.
Boop. Let me click thing. There you go. They need to
Okay.
make a save. What kind of save? A Constitution save.
All right. So
Get ready to run.
All right, you can go ahead. Also roll damage. What's your DC?
16.
Oh, 16. The Necrosis guard does not save. The two pacifiers do, though.
Dang it. Those are the ones I mostly wanted to hit. Okay, let's see. I have a thing for rolling this damage. Where is it? There it is.
Okay.
Thunder.
So I guess this is almost like I never really thought about it. It's kind of like a thunderclap, I guess. It's just a really loud kind of flashbang sort of situation. I think you just like there's a loud pop that kind of bursts in between the three of them. The Necrosis guard like clutches their ears and just goes down, is like and rolling on the ground in pain, but it KO'd. The other two Grimace, I think it shatters one of their rifles in their hands, and they drop the fragments of it and pull out like a sidearm. But the other one's rifle seems to have held for a bit, but they're both reeling at the moment. Sure, and they're also, it's gonna like also keep them off their footing for a little bit. Vincent, was there anything you wanted to do?
Well, seems like we should go ahead and run for it. And so Vincent is going to just take to the air and fly up and over the wall.
Okay. All right.
I see it's going well.
Champ, what do you do?
Gonna probably cast a firebolt at one
Oh,
of
I
the...
thought we were within the wall. I guess I'm gonna have to climb this thing. Wait.
I mean, you're kind of in this, like in a castle, the kind of entryway that you're within it, but you're also there. Need to go a little bit more to be actually inside the facility.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna
Kick your door.
Tell Ned to smash a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna have like Ned, help me out here.
All right, sure.
I'll break in with confidence.
And Ned just smashes into the door and it flies open, and the two of you bust through the current opening and make your way down towards the facility. And we can probably meet up around this time, maybe Gwen and Rosh. I don't know if are you just like hoofing it, or did you want to like get some speeders, or what feels cool?
I mean, speeder sounds cool.
Speeder just does
Gwen
sound
driving
cool.
Gwen driving a speeder.
Yeah,
sounds very cool.
We have established I can do this.
Yeah. Rosh, are you like behind and holding on? Okay,
yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Gwen, you are just blazing down the kind of the side of the wall. Yeah, I think like there's a as you go by, you catch the attention of a mech walker that kind of turns its weaponry armature towards you and unleashes a volley, but you scoot out of the way, dodging behind other different like buildings within the compound as kind of explosions like kind of flash and plume in the darkness as you go by. And ahead you kind of see as Ned bursts through a gate with like Champ behind or close behind, and in the kind of silhouetted against the blue sun of the star system, you see the wings of Vyncent as he flies towards the facility. So the two, all of you are within eyesight of each other, and we can just keep going to the facility. Or if there were any like one-liners that anyone wanted to do at this point, this is kind of a MCU like opportunity.
Ah, yes.
But all right, we will carry on.
While we're thinking of one-liners, I do just want to point out Ryan knows I have a +15 to deception, just would not let me roll deception at the gate.
I didn't.
You did kind of threaten the guy.
I would say I think it was only because there wasn't a point where what you were saying was going to get him to do a different action than what he was planning on doing. I couldn't, like, he believed that what you were saying, but the lie that you had wasn't different. It wasn't getting him to do a different thing than what you were suggesting. I think that's why it wasn't quite clicking over into a deception roll. Okay. Because he did believe you. You're just so darn believable. Also, you had two larger robots with you. There was you deceived for sure. You're successful.
Deceived so hard it had to go into intimidation.
So you make your way towards the facility, and we'll say, what are some? I'll do this because I don't want to play out everything, but I give you opportunities. Like, what are cool? Anyone want to like kind of describe a cool character moment breach scene as you kind of like make your way up the facility? Like, I like to open it up and be a conversation, and instead of like rolling for you taking out minions, it doesn't really need to be that way. But like, when you get to the building, do you just kind of like burst through the front door and like, or do you want me to do it? I can do it too.
I'm gonna bust through the front door unless somebody stops me, but I'm on speeder, so good luck.
Bonk.
Yes, can we please drive the speeder like up the stairs and go crash?
Yeah, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive the speeder straight up to the front of the building, I'm gonna drift so it'll go sideways, and then I'm gonna grab Rosh and duck and roll off of it so the speeder just smashes through the front of the building.
Nice. So it bursts through the front doors. There's a kind of grotesquely ostentatious. I'm choking on my spit. Like interior that is like I said, this kind of motif of gold and fuchsia that is spiraling like golden columns anyway. Anyway, your speeder goes in, blasts through, kind of as it kind of crunches up against it, kind of begins to spin around and lands like right behind the reception desk and explodes, sending a couple like attendants like flying through the air and like clattering against the walls.
Can we get the moment too where they've rolled and then they do like the action movie thing where like Gwen ends up laying on top of Rosh and their faces are like inches, and you get the explosion in the background, and then it's just like Rosh going, "Hey."
Yes. It goes flying over. It's just like, there's time for that later, you two. We got a job to do.
Oh right, yes.
I'll help you up.
You.
Then we go running after.
Yeah, so the four of you make your way through the hole that the speeder made, and Ned creates his own hole right next to it for no reason.
Kool-Aid man.
Just
Ned.
like I taught him.
Every chance he gets.
Yeah.
It's Hulk smash.
Just kind of juggernauts its way through.
Doors are for lesser life forms.
Yeah, and so and as you kind of burst into the room that is like kind of filled with smoke and fire, there are guards that like spill out into the room and begin to fire these blasters at you, and like Ned just kind of like holds up his big chunky meaty arm, or not meaty, specifically not meaty, but big chunky arm, and it begins to like kind of like the blaster fire just like reflects off and like shatters into the floors as the four of you kind of flank around him and just like run to the guards. And it's like Neo and Trinity in that column scene, just like absolutely just running circles around everyone, throwing them into the this can be as murderous in your mind or not murderous at all. It could just be all knockouts, however you want to do this. But you quickly make your way through the interior forces and begin to make your way up the building towards the Senate chambers, where the smallest Senate, I believe, in the history of Senates exists. I think they call them tribunals, not senates, when there's three.
Triumvirate.
Yeah, I think I looked up like what's the smallest senate. I think it's 20. For
Until
a state.
today.
But until today, there are 3. As you burst your way into the room, there are 3 real evil looking dudes with
So senators.
yeah, exactly. Each,
Whoa, gosh. Why is it that their things so big?
because I liked it.
Okay.
They are grotesquely huge. They're all like tall, spindly, wearing these extremely extravagant outfits. They have these in their kind of like gray, rotten skin. They have these large, almost toad-like throats that like kind of swell as you go in. They swell in anger, like as well, we thought you might turn on us.
You didn't even give us the time of day, so it's not exactly like we're turning on you. You didn't even give us a chance first.
I promised we were gonna snap you back. But now, Jesus.
I don't believe that. Not for a second.
Now we're gonna have to take this into our own hands.
Might be the first honest day's work you've ever done.
It's pretty good. You think we got to where we are without
extraordinary power. We
But-
lifted ourselves up by our magical bootstraps.
All right, I think we're done with this conversation.
If only you worked harder at magic, you could be in power too.
Okay, can we just kill them? I'm not really.
I'm just reminded of my grandfather.
All right. So,
We're going to kill you now.
Unless
If,
you want to
uh,
leave peacefully. And
well,
renege
I
or
don't know
whatever.
about you all, but expecting some sort of hand. The three of us are going to take initiative right now. You should probably roll initiative too.
Probably.
All right.
Who is running Ned tonight? I do not know if I have the brain power for it.
I can do
Spare
it.
RAM.
I know that I don't have the brain power for anything.
I can do it.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Wait.
Where's the music
Accidentally
frozen
left the
from?
game, so I gotta get back in. There we go.
He's 15 in it for me.
Should I roll
Excellent.
for Ned, or does
So
he just
used to
go on
hitting
my
the thing.
turn?
He can just go on your turn. Oh wait, did we do we're all doing the same turn thing? Did we do that?
I don't
Here?
think we've done that in this game.
No.
Okay. Do y'all prefer that?
I don't
Yeah, let's just do it that way. These old men did not actually roll that high of initiative. Weirdly, they're mostly talking that area.
Weird. Okay, so we're all gonna go one team, then the other team, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
They do get a +5 to initiative. It's a privilege bonus, but it did not work in this case, unfortunately.
I can have Ned blast him, then we can go.
I've also got my Prismatic Spray, which
Oh yeah.
maybe you should fire that off before any friendlies are in the line of fire.
Yeah, if we're all going, then I say that Ned and Vincent go
Do it.
first and get their
Do it.
AoEs off.
What is Ned's AoE again?
It's a 15-foot cone. It's the event
Okay.
core.
Right.
So you want to go first?
Oh, Lord almighty.
please. So I've got the Prismatic Spray, 60-foot cone. Okay, so they all make Dex saves first.
Okay. Okay.
Like Alex is like, oh, I'm the brain power for this prismatic spray.
Proceeds to
One
cast
of
the
the
most
biggest spells
complicated
in the
spell.
fucking book.
Because you're saving it up for this, and then it'll all be
Yes,
gone
this
after
is where
one.
all the brain power is going.
Yeah,
And then he
Got
gets
it,
to
I
roll a
believe in
d6
you.
to recharge his brain.
yeah. So DC 18 Dex save for them.
Is this really how it happens? They all fail.
Well,
They all
this
fail.
may be a
They
very
don't.
fast-
They don't have. I mean, well, no, they're gonna. Well, they're all gonna choose to succeed. I think. I was looking for like, do they get advantage on saving throws for this? But they don't. So if they had advantage, two of them would be okay. But no, they're all gonna use their own legendary resistance to succeed on this.
Okay, well, depending
because
on what they get,
That's
they might
real
still take
scary to me.
damage.
That's real scary to me.
Yeah, so we'll just go, left to right for the tokens on screen. That is an 8, which means they get hit by 2 more. So let me roll those. That's another 8, so they get hit by 3 rays now.
Oh dear. Get him!
Okay, so that is going to be it's going to be 10d6 fire damage, though half because they made the save. 10d6 acid damage, half because they made the save, and then 7 would blind them, but they made the save, so I don't think anything happens with that one. Because 7 on a failed save, target is blinded, must then make wisdom saving throw to start your next turn. Okay, so that's if they fail, we can ignore it because they made the save, but let me roll the 2 10d6s.
It doesn't matter which one is which.
So that was 42
there.
fire and 32 acid, though both halved because they made the save.
Okay. So 74, what is that, 37?
Yeah.
Okay. Ouch.
So that's the first guy. Next one. That's
Ouch.
another 8. So 2 rays.
Okay.
Okay, a 1 and a 2. So again, fire and acid.
All right.
Not as good that time. That's 65 total between the two.
33.
Yep. And then last guy. Are you kidding me? It's another 8.
Oh man.
Okay.
Get him.
Okay, that's a 2 and a 7. So this is just going to be 10d6 acid. So 10d7. 35 acid.
All right, so 7, no, not 17. Yeah, so 18. So, yeah. Well, ouchie, wouchie. As kind of this, light blasts over, you see they're all kind of caught off guard, and they all seem to react in like the same way. They all like use these like personal shields that block half of the incoming damage, but they all are kind of sizzling, and it smells. There's under all the like the frustratingly perfumed scents in the room, you can hear this like smelly, burny, dead thing, and it's not great. So who's going next?
It's going to be Ned with the cold.
Ned?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna have Ned go, but I realized that the vent core is poison damage, so I don't know if that's gonna do a whole lot. We're gonna find out. Ned doesn't know. I'm gonna have Ned go up and exhale poisonous gas in a 15-foot cone. They have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I am rolling. They are immune to poison.
I figured.
I'm seeing that. Yeah.
That's okay. Good try, Ned.
They are poisonous creature, little toad liches,
Yeah. Ned doesn't know that.
Really.
You try to poison me. I was born in the poison,
Oh God.
molded by it.
Oh God.
Excellent. So that's going to Gwen, or the other two of you, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go. This might help the other two as well. So Rosh is gonna kind of close in a little bit, close to them, like behind where Ned is, and is going to use his channel divinity, Radiance of the Dawn, but as he goes to use it, instead of fire energy that comes out from him, there's this strange darkness that begins to well up from that that shadow that had been building up like below the surface for a while, and instead uses Twilight Sanctuary, and nothing happens to the bad guys as this like persistent like shadowy aura emanates out from Rosh, and then just sort of persists there in a 30-foot radius. And Rosh, after like clutching their holy symbol, kind of looks around to it and just, that's all right. But that's it, except if you end your turn there, you get temporary hit points. For right now, as there's like this calming effect. I think Rosh feels it first, as like there's this comforting to it, and gains. I can't remember how to roll on this thing right now because I've done it so much in the server.
I know.
There you go. Gains 21 temporary hit points.
Oof. Very nice. So there's a...
It's a D6 plus my cleric level.
Okay.
Okay, and this is just like an aura around you?
Yeah, anyone who ends their turn within 30 feet of Rosh I can choose to grant them either temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus my cleric level, or end one effect causing them to be charmed or frightened.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna add 21 temp HP to Ned. Right? Yeah, because
if we're all going, if we're all doing the same turn at the same time, I guess anyone who's taking their turn can take it.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Great. Who's next? I guess. Yeah. I guess unless one of you like specifically tries to end your turn outside of the bubble, you can just go ahead and add your temp HP now. I guess.
I'm gonna go do a hit.
Yep. I'm gonna use my bonus action for something too, but you can take your turn first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you can go ahead.
I'm just gonna cast a spiritual weapon at one of them.
Oh, we'll do that first.
As a bonus action. At 4th level. Did that roll?
I don't see it.
Mm-mm.
No. Doesn't want to roll. I'll just do it manually.
There's a non-zero chance that Gwen, you can kill one of these things in one turn.
We're gonna find out, baby.
I know.
Spell attack modifier. It's 10.
I can't
It's an
remember
18
what your
to hit.
18 to hit. 18 does. Well, not. They're gonna use shield.
Okay.
But 18. It would have been enough. As it's kind of at the last minute.
Okay. And again, this time,
a shield of money comes up and like shatters against it.
The normal like golden radiant spear that manifests is the same spear, but it's got kind of like that mixture of like purple essence, like shadow, kind of like spiraling up the shaft. That's my turn.
Beautiful. Gwendolyn or Champ?
I'm gonna hit him. So I'm going to bonus action activate my Crimson Right with Phantom Blade. So, that's the wrong one. It's that one. So I'm gonna take some damage somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm gonna take 6 damage, and I'm going to have my Crimson Right be psychic damage. Because why wouldn't I? And then I would like to attack one of the Liches.
All right. Oh no.
That's a 23 on the first one.
23 hits.
And an 18 on the second one.
They are going to use a shield.
Okay. So this would be...
well, actually, unless you want to go to the one that Rosh attacked, then you can. They won't have a reaction to do that.
Would it hit though? Because shield lasts for the rest of the round.
Oh, does it? Okay, never mind. Then in that case, then this is the right one to go for.
Okay, cool. Then that will be 18 damage.
Okay.
For the first hit. And then I want to sear it with my brand of castigation, which does a bunch of shit.
Oh no!
If it hurts me, it gets hurt, is really what it does. It does some other stuff, but it's not important.
Okay. Alright, perfect. Alright. That's your bonus, that's your action. Anything else? Or you want to stay in its face? And its,
yeah, I'll stay up there.
and its turtle face?
Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck this frog.
Alright. Champion.
Alright. I'm going to, as a bonus action, activate the fancy new greatsword that follows me around. The dance.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did too until I was looking through my stuff and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm gonna activate that and then I'm gonna go fight a dude. Alright, let's see. Let's go get this one. One on the right.
Alright.
So, okay.
So this
I
is.
need to roll
We'll say this one in the center is the one with shield on it.
Okay.
Although it won't matter by the time next turn comes around. But anyway,
Okay, let me.
it might for bonus actions. I mean, reactions.
Okay, and it's going to. Yeah, so I need to roll an attack for it. For the sword. Does 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit.
Okay, so sword misses. Then I'm gonna try. Does a 30 hit?
It sure does.
Oh dang. Oh dang, 21 radiant damage. That sucker.
Ouchie wouchie.
And I'm pretty sure I get just like a million times I get a hit. Extra attack. Let me pop this over so you can see. I can attack 3 times. Let's go.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna roll these ones though. These attacks. Oh, that's like an 18 plus. That's
18.
that's another 30.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And not as good the next one. That's only like 15. So no, it's even less. It's like 13.
Okay, that one does. That
Okay,
one
but the
misses.
second one hits. So let me just click this again. So it'll roll the damage. 13 radiant.
Ouchie wouchie.
Slice, slice, slice. I have it. Yep. That's my turn.
All right. Ouch. Let's see. What do we have here? The center one. It has nothing to say. They just they just vomit money, and then they throw a fireball into the center of you all.
I'll counterspell it.
Okay. Do they have counterspell? No. Dadgummit. Ooh, would this work? I actually don't know. One of them is going on to Ned. I don't know if this qualifies. It probably doesn't, but it's we'll see. They're gonna try to dominate monster. Ned.
Alright.
So I'm just
Super
gonna
good.
throw that in there. It's
That DC is so high.
I don't know if Ned is like immune to this or not. He might be. If someone who's in charge of Ned can look at that. If he's not immune, then
Is it
roll me a
charm?
wisdom save. It's a charm, yeah.
Yeah, he's immune.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. But they had to try. I think that's their only hope. So okay. So in frustration, it's like, oh, your mind can't be molded. That one's real aggressive compared to the other two.
Head empty, only smash.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
I'm just confident that we're going to win.
That's obnoxious. So, and then the third one is going to attempt to, which one's worse? We gotta they're gonna have to pull all the stops out real fast because y'all are gonna kill them so quickly. Yeah, it's the one right next to you, Gwen, is going to while you're up in its face, it's going to go boop. And can you do a Constitution save for me?
Certainly.
Uh-oh.
30. Is that right? 18 plus 12?
Oh my gosh.
Should have had
Yeah.
a bigger Senate.
Yeah, I should have had a way bigger Senate. 3 is not gonna cut it. Oh man, that's a 7th level. That is not gonna work out. So, all right. That's their turn. Oh wait, they have legendary actions. I'm just gonna have them all do a quick, because we're not, the way this works.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add it to their regular turn. So the one who, so we're gonna do a ray of frost at Champ. So I think it's a ranged attack. So I'm gonna roll that real
Okay.
quick. Does a 25 hit?
I'm on the wrong part. Yes.
Okay.
25.
21 cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10. So which
Okay.
probably
I'm
won't matter too
gonna-
much.
I'm gonna absorb some of those elements. Oh, why is the spell empty? Frank. Okay. I'm pretty sure absorb elements is a reaction, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. So you can use that. One of them is going to reach out at you, Gwen, but your AC is above this. I imagine 15.
Yeah, it's 21.
So nothing happens, and then a 31 attack at Rosh.
Just
But
barely
you-
hits.
As a bilious acid bursts out of one of their noses, slams into you, and sizzles. You only take 9 acid damage. But yeah. And yeah, that's correct. That's it. All right, cool. So that is going to be their turn.
Me and Ned are gonna do some hits. So
Go for
Okay.
Yes.
okay, then we will. Ned, go, Ned, go. How many attacks do you get? 2.
Yeah, just get 2.
Good job, Ned. So you got. Let's do the big sword, I guess. Sounds fun. All right, Ned.
Alright, I have a sword.
You have
I
a
always
sword.
picture myself using my fist, but I do have a sword.
It's a 26 and a 20.
The 26 hits. How many spells do I have to do this with? It definitely is gonna do the shield to stop the second hit.
Cool. The first one is 21 slashing damage.
Ow.
Good job, Ned.
Yeah. Is Ned going for the center one or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 21 slashing damage. As Ned's swinging back and forth, it slams against the shield of money that the Lich has, and it kind of but sends them like reeling back over the desk. You see all these like papers of like of unsigned bills that would help people fly into the air, and it's very dramatic. Anyway, all right, cool. What's next? Who's next?
I have a spell I really want to do that might help as well.
Go for it, because I'm just going to do more swords.
I'm going to cast Rain of Blades.
Okay.
Which I can pick. It's blades fill 150 square feet. I can either do 6 5-foot squares or a circle. I'm going to do the 5-foot squares so I can not hit anybody. And they have to make a dexterity saving throw, and if they're an intelligent undead,
So
they have to
bad.
make also a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. All right, so they are not good at dex saves, I've discovered. What's your actually I know what your DC is. Only 1 succeeds. And
Okay.
then so charisma saves for 2 of them.
No, anyone injured has to make the save, so even the one that succeeded on the dex save
Okay.
has to do it because they take
All
half
right.
on
Yeah, one. What's your? Sorry, actually, I do need to know what your DC is. What
18.
is- Okay, so one does succeed on the charisma. The other one fails. The other one critically fails.
Okay, so the ones that failed the dex save take 22 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
11 points to the one that succeeded.
Ouch.
And the ones that failed the charisma save are frightened for 1d4 rounds.
I don't think they're capable of that. They are not.
Damn. Okay, well, it's worth a shot. Also, everywhere that the swords hit, the blades stay and can be used to be picked up and made attacks with. This is unlimited blade works. The spell.
That's amazing.
So.
I'm imagining like all these like blades like step like into them, and like it kind of is going around like a spiral staircase almost.
yeah. It's just like little portals open up in the ceiling, and the blade and these divine blades just come raining
that's cool.
down.
Just raining
some
down.
of them,
yeah.
some of them like with that night aesthetic, some of them with the sunlight aesthetic, and
nice.
They just stay there for people to use.
So blades of light and dark begin to rain down and like lancing into them as they squirm and cry out in pain. Champ, Vincent, Gwen? Did Gwen go? Gwen got
No, I didn't.
They're
But I
still
will.
alive.
I'll go ahead and go so Vincent can then just shoot them.
Sure.
I'll just keep hitting the same one. I'm going to bonus action cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
So my little sprites appear. And it lets me do extra damage. And then I'm going to swing the Phantom Blade twice. That is a 20 to hit.
They don't have very much of these. They're gonna do the shield. They're almost out of these.
And then the second one, is a 19, so that misses.
Yeah. But yeah, I think all of them have used like. I guess they can use higher level spell slots for that. Never mind. They can keep doing this for a bit. Okay.
That's it for me.
Cool.
I'm just gonna do some more slices.
Yeah, go for it. I need to double check
Okay.
my macro.
All right. The great dancing great sword lasts for like it does 4 attacks. Or the several rounds. So I'm gonna have the great sword go first. It rolls. Oh gosh, where's its thing? It's plus. Oh, it uses my same plus. 25.
25.
For the
Double
dancing
hit.
greatsword. Okay.
That hits.
Let me click that. 11 slashing.
Ow.
And then my go. So many. 28. The first
28?
Slice. Yes.
Yes.
To hit. Okay. Wow, terrible. Like 12 on the second one.
Okay.
And 22 on the third.
22 is they will use their shield against that to stop it.
All right, well, the first one will hit. So let me click it so it'll roll the damage, and then because I used absorb elements, it gets just a little teeny bit of also cold damage as well.
Ooh, nice.
So 16 radiant and 4, cold damage.
16 radiant and 4 cold. All right. Ouchie. That one is very. It's getting close to death.
Okay. All right. It's like the year.
Okay, so at this point, each of the Liches is used to shield this round.
Yes.
But I think this is going to be fun. I haven't used this spell in a while, and this will be very thematically appropriate as I animate a swarm of tiny objects to represent the masses rising up to take these fools
Nice.
down. So my macro, there's a 27 to hit. It might be better to just say
so
how much I
anything-
need to beat.
All right. Yeah. 22.
Okay.
Match. Wait.
So if they have shield, they have +5 to.
Oh, Champ, your other hit would have hit. You did a 22, right?
Yes, the last one was.
I was sorry. I got into a. Yeah, you met it. You met the AC.
Ah, okay.
So you actually hit. So you rolled damage for that. Sorry, I was kind of like thinking of afraid.
Look at all those tiny objects doing damage. Okay, add another 16 to that.
Okay. So what objects are you animating.
So these are just like the glass figurines I keep on
Okay,
hand
right,
for
right.
the spell, but I'll send them at the one that Champ is going after right now. And so
Okay.
I mean, one of those attacks in there is a crit, so I'll need to roll again for that.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've got 6, 12, 19.
Okay, so the 6 and the 12 kill it.
Okay.
So that as these glass figurines just darting around, just going inside his chest and like bursting with like shards of glass, and it kind of like slumps over. The other two are like noticeably worried.
Okay, so then that means it's going to be 14, 21, 29, and then let me roll the extra d4. That's an extra 4, so that's 33 for the next lich.
Woof. All right. So, time to pull out all the stops. There aren't many. First, they're gonna start and we're gonna do. Gosh, nothing works. This one's going to go for. Does a 20 hit, Gwen?
Nope.
Also,
No.
don't forget everyone who end their turn refresh their temporary hit points too.
Oh gosh, it refreshes. This is. Why am I even running anything?
Now you understand how Val felt with the
I
heal
know.
on Saturday's game.
All right, so that doesn't work. We're gonna do another one on does 29 hit Ned?
Probably
This
yes.
is so minimal. This is so minimal.
What is Ned's AC?
Uh,
20? Okay. there's no way I
Constitution
can
saving
stop
Da-da-da.
He may even be immune to this, but
It's a 14. He's immune to a lot of stuff.
does he get advantage on magic stuff on saving throws?
Yes. So
Okay, then yeah,
So
it doesn't-
24.
So never mind. Okay. And then you know what? I'm just gonna say they blast some more acid out, and everyone takes 3 temporary hit point damage. I'm not even gonna roll for it, but I will do like on the actual turn. I'm gonna do. We're just gonna have the two remaining ones. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from? This doesn't even matter. It won't do anything. Freaking Rosh and Vincent, I guess.
Con save.
Constitution saves.
Yeah, I can't save.
25.
Yeah, nothing.
21.
Yeah, nothing.
Remember when we thought
No,
one
it's
lich
half
was
as-
going to be deadly?
I'm definitely running these like trash for part of it, but this is half damage. So Rosh, you take 34 damage, and Vincent, you take 32.
What kind?
Of course, necrotic. You asshole.
So that's what? 10 for me?
16, yeah.
16, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the 30, you said 34 for me?
I said 34 for you, yeah.
And that's the halved?
That's the halved.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't even broken the temp HP.
I know. It's like I'm casting freaking Finger of Death. It's just like a it's a boop. All right. So, they cast Detect Thoughts also. What are you thinking?
I think I want to do a hit.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll have Ned
Send
hit
the
them
swarm at
too.
them.
Ned, go.
We're gonna get it.
That's a 19 and a natural 20 for Nedrick.
Roll the natural 20 damage first.
31.
Dead.
Ned! Yes!
Um,
Buddy, I'm so proud of you.
yeah.
Go.
I think it could have shielded the other one, but it detected the thoughts and it's like, man.
I'm gonna die.
I'm
anyway
gonna
on
die
the
now.
next hit.
And then I'm gonna hit the other one.
I guess I'll die.
I guess I'll die me for sure.
I'm gonna try to hit the other one
All right.
with action. Phantom Blade is a 27 and a 21.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, again, not gonna do shield.
Okay, that's 20, 34, 39, 43.
Ow. Okay.
For
Yeah,
both.
it's.
And
That sounds
then
still up, but here we go.
I was looking to see if I could do anything else. I don't think so. 'Cause I can't, because I have a shield in my hand, so I can't
Gotcha.
do because I'm doing. No, that's
okay.
it. I'm done.
Okay. Who's next?
So I should make quick concentration checks to see if the swarm is still up. Yeah, that's good. Is anyone terribly opposed if I try and finish off the last one with just a swarm of tiny figures?
Get
Go for it. Can they pick up the swords on the ground?
What if the four of us don't actually kill any of them?
Like just
And it's
pulling
just
the,
Ned and the
the
little glass
knives
guys.
out of the other senators. And the glass wielding the. Yeah, so go for it, and I'll give you +4 on the damage they deal.
Okay, so there are 2 crits in there.
Oh no.
Yeah. So let's just do the math because it's fun, and because they're not doing shield, their AC is just 17.
Okay, so that's 4 normal hits and 2 crits in there.
Okay.
5,
So what do they normally do?
It's 1d4 plus 4.
This is so much math. They're not gonna live, but I did say an extra D4 damage per one, and they got a couple of crits in there.
Yep, so
And
that
because,
is-
I mean, what we're doing is rolling dice, so
Okay, so
let's just let
that's-
Alex have his fun rolling dice.
I think
What do you
that's
need?
8d4 more damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's
Yeah,
17 extra damage in there.
Okay. So what's the
so
grand
it's-
total?
Okay, so 13, 21, 29, 36, 40, 36 plus 7, 43. My brain is starting to shut down. You're almost
Oh, no.
time. 43, 50, 67 total.
67.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. It has 26.
Well,
So
good job, little guys.
yeah, they just like dart around.
Death by
full-
1,000 cuts.
Yeah, death by 1,000 cuts. Just completely. They shear them down to ribbons, and yeah, the senators are defeated, and perhaps a phylactery somewhere gets a little bit more crowded, but we're not gonna worry about them ever again.
We have a universe to say first.
Yeah, got a universe to say first. All right, so well done. You beat the trash liches, and the encounter itself is not worth 200k XP split the way, but it'll be enough to level you up just because the milestone beat. So everyone levels up. I think, does that mean you're 17 now?
17.
Does that mean
Oh,
ninth
is that
levels?
9th level spells.
My goodness.
Yeah, because it's not easy enough yet, y'all. So
Not yet.
We went
Next
really...
time it'll be a dozen liches.
We took a real hard left turn off of we're gonna try not to kill anybody, huh?
Well, they're liches. They're already dead.
They're already dead.
True.
They were assholes.
Yeah.
True.
So, thank
We
you
did
all
it.
so much for hanging out with us tonight as we continue to mete out justice throughout the universe. We will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on for Neon Souls with our Cypher system run by Val here, and check our schedule for other games. Join our Discord, follow us on Twitter or YouTube. It's G Game Nights is our handle, just about everywhere. But yeah, we thank you so much for watching. Anyone final plugs from anyone?
I'll do a couple.
Cool.
Because I will be in a couple of different places later this weekend. I'll be here, obviously, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday night, I'm over on twitch.tv/LBHack'emUp playing Dungeons and Dragons as well at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm on twitch.tv/Colonomicon with some wonderful friends of mine playing Monster of the Week. Those are my plugs. As far as channel plugs, we also have a merch store now. It's on Stream Elements, merch.streamelements.com/game nights with 2 G's and a K. Go buy our shirts and our mugs and our phone cases and our hoodies and stuff. It's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. And this is the part of the show where we say good game and good night, Internet. So I will.
Good night, Internet.